Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the class on operation research. And in this class, we are going to discuss the maximization problem in transportation problem. Transportation problem, two things always we need to keep in our mind that whenever we talk about transportation problem, one thing is that the metric should be balanced metrics, means the total sum of demand should be equal to the total sum of supply. Here you can see that this is a balanced matrix. Your total sum of demand is equal to total sum of supply. Okay. Next thing, what we need to see whenever we are solving the problem, what we need to see that the objective function should always be minimization. Here, for an example, the objective function, if we see, the objective function is maximization. How we know that the objective function is maximization? Because the element of the matrix what is given here, so all signifies the value called profit value. So the element A11, A12, A13, A21, all the variable which is there in this matrix, they are signifying what? They are signifying profit. And if they're signifying the profit value, automatically our objective tend to, in this case, to be maximization. But whenever we work on transportation problem, we cannot work on maximization. So what we need to do, guys, this is this matrix what you see here, the matrix what we are seeing here, this matrix is basically, it is a maxima matrix. So this matrix what we see here, this is basically a maxima matrix. This maxima matrix I need to convert into minima matrix. This maxima matrix, I need to convert this into minima matrix. So how will I convert this maxima matrix into minima matrix? How will I do that? For that, what I need to do, I need to identify the variable. I need to identify the variable of profit which is maximal. So I need to identify like in the matrix, the data what is given in the matrix. Out of all that data, I have to find that variable which is maximal. So here the maximal value is 90. Okay. So to convert the maximum matrix into a minimum matrix, because then only we can solve the problem. Because here the data is all about maximization, but we cannot solve the transportation problem. We cannot determine the initial basic feasible solution or optimal solution on the maximal matrix. So we need to convert the maxima data into minima matrix by subtracting all the element of that matrix from the maximal element. So the maximal element here is 90. The maximum element here is 90. So I need to subtract everything in this matrix with 90. So I need to convert this maximum matrix into the minimum matrix. Okay, guys. So how to do that? To convert the maximum matrix into minimum matrix, identify the identify the highest profit, identify the highest profit, identify the highest profit value, identify the highest profit value. Okay, then what I need to do? Subtract all the elements, subtract all the element of the matrix, subtract all the element of the matrix, subtract all the element of the matrix from the highest profit value, from that highest value. Okay, so that way I can convert this maximal matrix into minimum matrix. Clear, everyone? That is the way how I need to follow. That is the procedure what I need to follow to convert this maximal matrix into minimal matrix. So I hope you understood. So the highest element I found was 90. So what I'll do, I'll subtract all the element of this matrix by 90. So if I do like this, so this 90 minus 15, that would be to 75. Then 90 minus that 51, that would be 39. Okay, 90 minus 42, that would be 48. Then 90 minus 33, that would be 57. Let me know if I do any mistake. Okay, then 90 minus 80, that would be 10. Then 90 minus 42, that would be 48. 90 minus 26, that would be 64. 90 minus 81, that would be 9. 90 minus 90, that would be 0. 90 minus 40, that would be 50. 90 minus 66, that would be 24. Then 90 minus 60, that would be 30. See this value, guys. Let me know if there's any mistake. So by this way, what I did, I converted the maximal matrix into minimal matrix. Just write down demand values, demand 23, 31, 16, 30, and the supply 23, 44, 33, and this would be 100. So what I'll do, once I got this minima matrix, once I converted the maximal matrix into minima matrix, now I can determine the initial basic feasible solution. How I can determine the initial basic feasible solution. So to determine the initial basic feasible solution, what I can do, guys, I can find the penalty. I can find the penalty. Okay, so for finding the penalty, what I'll do, the smallest element is 39. 48 minus 39, I'll get 9. Then 10 minus 9, I'll get 1. Then 24 minus 0, I'll get 24. Okay, then here the smallest element is 0, 0 minus 10, 10. Then 48 minus 39, that is 9. Then this is 48 minus 24, this is 24. And this is 30 minus 9, this would be 21. So the smallest element I like, then out of all the penalty, the highest value, I can pick any one. I can pick any value. Suppose I pick this value. So I'll enter into this column, third column. So if I enter into this third column, then the smallest element here is 24. So I can do allocation. So 16 I'll put on this. This will become 14. This will become 14. 14 plus 16 is 30. This means if this is done, this is done. Nothing can be done for this third column. Then this would be 57 minus 39. 19 to the 38, 19 3 the 57. Then the difference should be 18. Then here this would be 1 only. Here, okay, 1 minute guys, there's a mistake. So now guys, if you see, yeah, so the demand for this is 16 and the supply for this is 33 guys. So the demand for this is 16, plus demand for this is 16 and this would be 33. So 16 plus 17 is 33, right? Yeah, so this left is 30, this 17 is left. Okay, now if I put 16 on this, then nothing can be done for this. Okay. Second penalty would be what? Yeah, 57 minus 39, that would be 18, and this would be 1, and this would be 30. Yeah, so here this would be 10, then this would be 9, this done, this would be 21. So the largest one is 30. Out of all the penalty, the largest one is 30. So I'll go inside, the smallest element is 0. So I'll do allocation on 0. If I do allocation on 0, demand is 23, supply is 17. So I'll put 17 here. This 23 will become how much? 3 plus 3, 6. Demand left will be 6. This is done. Nothing can be done for this. Nothing can be done for this. That row is done. This difference would be 1. This difference would not change. 18. This would be 65. So largest one would be 65 only, right? Nothing can be more than 65. So demand is 6, supply is 23. So you'll put 6 on this. No, sorry. The smallest one is 10, right? The smallest one is 10. So demand is 6, supply is 44. So you'll put 6 on this. 75, nothing can be done. This is done. This will become 38. So this is penalty 3 is done. This column is done. Second column 9 will come. Then this will come. Then 48 plus 9, 57. I think 48 would be the bigger number. 48 would be the bigger number. 48 would be the bigger number. Here also you are getting 48. So you say demand is 30 and the supply is 38. So you can put 38. So this 1 minute, what is happening? 1 minute. Here the demand is 30 and supply is 38. So you can put 30, right? Wow, 38 I do. You can put 30 on this. If you put 30 on this, nothing can be done for this. This left it would be 8. Then first row is done. First row is done. Then this is 48 only. Then 48 you will do allocation. Demand is 31. Supply is 30. So you can put 30. Now supply is 8, right? Not 30. Supply is 8. So you can put 8 on this. This is done. So this 8 if you subtract 31 minus 8 would be 23, right? Yeah, 23 you can put on this. This is the allocation what I did, guys. So like this you can do allocation. Once your allocation is done, let me just write down the element, guys. Write down the element. Then I'll see the test of optimality. If I see the element, guys, so the original element and the allocation, original elements. Okay, wait. Let not original element. Let's do on the value element what you get, not original element. Original will bring it down at the last. So if I write down the elements here, this is 75, this is 75, this is 75, then 39, then 48, then 57, then 10, 48, then 64, then 9, then 0, then 50, then 24, then 30. Okay, so 39, 23 is allocation. Then second row, 10, 6 is allocation, 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is the allocation. Then 930. 930 is the allocation. Then 0, 17. 0, 17. Then 24, 16. 24, 16. Let me just see the supply and demand and confirm what I did is correct or not. So the first row 23 correct, second row should be 44. It should be 44. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 30, 44 correct. Third row it should be 33. Third row is 33 correct. First column 23 correct. Second column 31 correct. Third column 16. Fourth column 30. Okay, done. Once you get this allocation, guys, do the test of optimality. How many rows are there? 3 rows, 4 column. So 3 plus 4, 7 minus 1, 6. So the allocation should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is U1, U2, U3, then V1, V2, V3, 4. This would 0. This would be 10. This would be, that would be 10. 1 minute. So if you put U2 0, then this would be 10. This would be 48. This would be 9. Okay, then 39 minus 48 means 9, right? Minus 9. Okay. Then this would be 7. 24 minus 7 means what? 17. 17 plus 7, 24. Then everyone. Now for unoccupied cell, test that. You know, right? For occupied cell, for unoccupied cell, what formula to use? Every class I'm doing the same thing. For occupied cell, you have to use a formula called Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. And for unoccupied cell, you can use the formula called Cij minus Ui plus Vj. Okay, so I did for by using this formula of occupied cell, what we actually do, we actually find this value U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4. Once we find their values, now we focus on unoccupied cell. Your first unoccupied cell is this. Okay, now you see that 10 minus 9, 1. 75 minus 1, positive. Now see the second unoccupied cell. 17 minus 9, 8. 48 minus 8, done, positive. Then here also positive, you will get 9 minus 9. Then this you will get positive only. Okay. Then this 50, 50 plus 7. Here you are getting unallocate, means negative value. 48, 48 plus 7, that will be 55. This would be means minus 5, negative value. Then thus everything is positive. Now if this is negative, now means what I need to do, I need to talk about allocation. I need to talk about allocation, guys. I need to make a loop. The loop should start from here. The loop should start from here. It only can travel on occupied cell. Okay, so I can make a loop like this. Yeah, I can make a loop like this, guys. I can make a loop like this. So this is plus sign, minus sign, plus sign, minus sign. Okay. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay. So what you do once you're done with the looping part, okay, put the loop. Now I have to find the theta value. So the cell which had negative value, we will put the value on that cell. So that is your theta value. That is your A. You took as theta. So B would be allocation 17. No, 17 minus theta. C is plus, right? That would be 6 plus theta. And D would be allocation, guys. Focus on allocation. On allocation, guys, if you focus on allocation of this is 8, right? So 8 minus theta. Allocation, focus on allocation. We'll change the allocation. So out of all negative theta, see which is the minimum. The minimum is of D value. So I'll put that equal to theta. I make that equal to theta. So my A is equal to theta, that would be equal to 8. So my B would be 17 minus 8 is 9. My C would be 6 plus 8 means 14. And my D would be 0. 8 minus 8. I got this allocation. Now this allocation I'll put on the same cells. Then I'll see by any chance we got optimality or not. So let me just write down the values. 75, then 39, then 48, then 57, then 10, then 48, then 64, then 9, then 0, then 50, then 24, then 30, so you see this, so 39 is 23, 39 is 23, 39 is 23, then done, then C is what? C is 14, your C is 14, your C is 14, your C is what? D 10 na? 10 become 14, 8 plus 6, and your D was 8, right? That you made 0. Then 9 is 30, then 9 is 30, then 0 become 0 was B. It become 9. 17 minus 8, 9. 0 become 9. Allocation was done 9. Then 50 become 8. 50 you did allocation of 8. Okay. then 24 is 16, and then 24 is 16. Yeah. So this allocation we did, we don't know this is ideal or not. So for that we have to check the optimality. So again I'll write U1, U2, U3, then V1, V2, V3, V4. I'll put this 0, this become 9 allocation. Now focus on cost, right? Cost. This is 0. Here cost is 50. Here cost is 24. Okay. Then this would be cost is 10. No? This becomes 10. Cij is equal to ui plus vj. So 9 is equal to 10 plus x. This become minus 1. This is 24, right? So this is 39 minus 50 minus 11. Minus 11. So check the, so you did for occupied cell. Now do for unoccupied cell. So the first non-occupied cell cost is 75. So this would be 75 minus 0 minus 11. That would be positive only. This is 24 minus 11. Definitely that would be positive. 48 minus that. This is minus 12. Definitely positive. Okay, then this is 50 plus 10, 60. This bigger value. 60 is bigger value. So 60 means minus 12 with negative value. Then 34 positive. Okay, this is positive value. Then this is positive value. Again, I need to make a loop. So the loop I have to do on occupied cell. If 48 was there, no? So this is A, B, C, D, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. So if you see the smallest value is what? The smallest value is what? The smallest value is 8, right? So theta would be 8 only. The theta here would be 8 only. So here your theta would be 8 because you see now this A is theta, B is 8 minus theta is 9 plus theta, B is 14 minus theta. So theta would be 8 only. Out of x minus theta, the lowest value is 8 only. So theta would be 8. So if you do this, so again, so if I do this, if I write the values again, 75, then 39 allocation was 23, then 48, then 57, then 10, 48, 64, 9, then 0, then 50, then 24, and then 30. Now if I see this first row, then D 14, 14 minus 8, that would be 6. This becomes 6. This 48 will become 8. Then 9 is 30. 9 is 30. Then this 0, 9 plus 8, 17. This will become 17. This becomes 17. Then this is 16. Yeah, this is 16. You again do the same thing. U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4. So you see which one should I put? Doesn't matter. This 0. This would be 10. This would be 48. This would be 9. So this would be minus 9, right? 48 minus 9, 39. Then this would be minus 10. Yeah, this would be 34. So once you're done with this, now focus on unoccupied cell 75. This would be positive only because 10 minus 9 is lesser than 75. 48, 34 minus 9 is lesser than 48, positive only. Plus 9 minus 9, 0, 0 is lesser than 57. Then 64, 34 is less than 67, correct only. 50, 48 minus 10. 48 minus 10 means positive only because 38 is less than 50, then 30 minus 1 is less than 30, done. So the solution what you get is optimal, guys. Okay, so this solution is optimal. This allocation is appropriate. Now you get your allocation appropriate, guys. So once you understood that your allocation is appropriate, so you can see that this is basically A11. All the work you did for allocation only. A11, then A21, then A31 means first row, first column, second row, first column. You know, you studied matrix already. A23, A13, A12, A13. To see the allocation, A14, then A22, A23, A24, then A32, A33, A34. Your allocation is what? Your allocation is what? Your allocation is 23. 23 on this cell, 8, and then no allocation in first row. Second allocation, 6, 6, 8, 30. 6, 8, and then 30. This is your allocation, guys. The allocation should be non-degenerate. And this is 17. This is 16. This is your allocation, right? You can find your original matrix. Original matrix is, what was the original matrix? Ultimately, we did all this homework to do the allocation, right? So your original matrix was, if I write down my original matrix on which I asked you to solve it, 15, then 51, then 42, then 33, then 80, 90, then 42, 40, then 26, 66, then 81, then 60. And if I talk about allocation, this should be 23, this would be 6, this would be 8, then this is 30, then this is 17, then this is 16, Clear everyone? So I'll find my, so my objective was to maximize my profit now. So optimal profit now, the optimal profit what you wanted to determine, right? That would be 23 into 51 plus 80 into 6 plus 42 into 8 plus 81 into 30 plus 90 into 17 plus 16 into 66. That is my profit, guys. So I use calculator and I'll find these values. Use calculator. So 23 into 51, that is 1173. Then 80 into 6, 480. Then 42 into 8, 336. 42 into 8. Then 81 into 30, then it would be 81 into 30, this would be 2430. Then 79 is 1530. Then 16 into 66. 16 into 66, 1056. 1056. So you can solve this. You can, if you solve this, you will get the value 1173 plus 480 plus 336 plus 2430 plus 1530 plus 1056 plus, yeah, this much only, 7005. This is your cost. This is your maximum profit. Clear everyone? So this much from this class. So I hope you understood. This much from this class will continue. I hope you understood this problem. So here in this problem, we had to determine the optimal profit. So this was your initial problem. Okay, guys, I'll see you then tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.